Good morning. Today, I address you, the CEO and Board of Directors of Sun Life Financial, to explain to you why the clear next move in expanding your operations in order to further increase net profit, shareholder value, and international momentum is by entering the South Korean market by way of a joint venture with Hanwha Life Insurance. Here, I present to you a quick agenda of my presentation to come. Now, before I get into the details of why this move will be very beneficial for your company, I would like to start off by detailing my experience with Sun Life. As an avid Raptors fan, I was intrigued to see the company logo on their jerseys at the start of the 2017 NBA season, and wanted to learn more about the organization that the Raptors chose to display every game. After extensive research into the company and its international portfolio, I became interested in the company's increasing presence in the Southeastern Asian market, and their success to this point in the region. This had me thinking about potential ways to not only sustain this momentum the expansion had created, but further it, which has led me all the way to where I am today, presenting you with what I believe to be the next crucial and profitable move in ensuring Sun Life Financial's continued international success and growth. Much like a successful baseline out-of-bounds play, this move will require good strategy, great timing, and excellent execution. As a starting overview, Sun Life Financial saw growth in all four major pillars: Canada, USA, Asia, and asset management in 2018. Sun Life continued to diversify not only its business portfolio, as seen by a well-rounded distribution net income sources, but also an increasingly diverse geographic presence. Sun Life's dividends per share has risen to $1.91 Canadian, up almost 33% from 2014, and the underlying net income has also increased to $2.947 billion Canadian, up more than 62% from 2014. The company also reported a 14.2% return on investment, up from 12.7% at the same time in 2017. As of the end of 2018, Sun Life Financial employs over 37,000 workers in 26 countries worldwide. And now, in order to establish the potential for continued international expansion, I would like to first highlight the success your company has had in Canada. For over 150 years, Sun Life Financial has been a national industry leader in the sale of insurance, as well as more recently branching out into the customized health programs and wealth solutions markets. Sun Life works for millions of citizens and businesses across the country to help Canadians build savings, protect themselves and their families, and live happier, healthier, wealthier lives. With Sun Life, life's brighter under the sun. Financially, Sun Life has seen excellent growth domestically year after year. In 2018, Sun Life Financial Canada accounted for 33% of the company's underlying net income, about $972 million Canadian of profit. This was up over 11% from the $875 million Canadian the company earned domestically in 2017, and was up almost 19% from the $817 million Canadian it reported in 2016. This sort of domestic growth has allowed Sun Life to maintain a strong base pillar that has allowed them to jump into other regions with confidence and financial stability. On the international stage outside of Asia, Sun Life Financial has proven to be an extremely successful and profitable company. In 2018, Sun Life Financial UK and Sun Life Financial USA accounted for over 21% of the company's underlying net income, representing over $600 million of profit Canadian. Expanding into the USA in the late 1800s, Sun Life Financial has been a powerhouse in the country for almost 150 years. The formula of capital strength, a diversified business model, and strong risk management practices has allowed the company to hold a large portion of the U.S. market in group insurance plans, serving as one of the biggest insurers in the country. Also, Sun Life Financial USA is a leading provider of employee benefits, as well as serving a large number of individual life insurance clients. Finally, Sun Life Financial USA's company, MFS Investment Management, has clients across the USA and internationally. Sun Life USA has also partnered with many sports teams in the USA in the past and present, represented by their relationship they hold with the Boston Celtics. Sun Life Financial began operations in the United Kingdom in 1893, looking to expand into the European market and begin its international growth. Since then, Sun Life UK has taken on Confederation Life in 1995 and the UK operation of the Lincoln National Corporation in 2005. Today, Sun Life Financial UK manages over 11 billion euros in assets for satisfied customers. Now that I've outlined Sun Life Financial's success not only domestically, but as well as in other key international markets, I would now like to delve into Sun Life Financial's most exciting foundational pillar, and the one I foresee my expansion plan being a part of, Sun Life Asia. Sun Life Financial began expansion into Asia in 1892, when it set up its first office in Hong Kong, which now serves as the headquarters of Asian operations. Since then, the company has expanded into 8 more countries, most recently Thailand and Singapore, as Sun Life has looked to take advantage of Southeast Asia's burgeoning middle class. Sun Life Asia accounted for over 17% of the underlying net profit in 2018, up 5% from 2016, representing the vast potential the region has. As you, Dean Connor, the CEO of Sun Life Financial, said yourself, quote, Sun Life is bullish on not just the insurance business in Asia, but also wealth management and asset management. With a post-tax profit of $450 million Canadian so far, you yourself believe that this number could double it in just 5 years. Without hesitance, it is clear that ventures into this market have been a huge success, with unlimited potential for future growth. So what's been unique about Sun Life's action plan in Asia? What business strategy has created so much growth and wealth for yourselves and your investors with minimal risk? Unique to the region, as I'm sure you are all well aware, Sun Life Financial has taken the joint venture route in expansion in Asia, partnering with already well-established, respected local companies. So what's an example? In 1999, Sun Life Financial partnered with the Everbright Group in China by way of a joint venture, offering, quote, a wide range of individual and group life, health, and wealth products. It also provides asset management services through Sun Life Everbright Asset Management. With the upcoming removal of the 25% cap for foreign investors in Asia, your company is poised to take an even larger holding of the joint venture, hoping to up your holdings to 51% of the partnership. This will allow for even more profit in a market that has just begun to be explored. And so, as evidenced by your success in different countries of Asia so far, I would think clear to you, Mr. Connor, and all members of the board of directors that further intelligent expansion will lead to even greater success and profits. I would now like to explain why South Korea is the right country to begin new operations in. To begin with, I have chosen South Korea as my country of choice for a few critical reasons. As previously mentioned, it fits perfectly into Sun Life's current action plan of expanding into Asia. Located in East Asia, Sun Life has already carved out a sizable, exciting, growth-filled stake in many nations across the region, building a name for itself as a top insurance and asset management company. I feel it critical that Sun Life continue to build on this momentum in the region by expanding into South Korea, the largest market the company is yet to touch. Speaking of markets, South Korea has a very strong, stable economy, evidenced by the 12th strongest GDP in the world, as well as a top 25 ranking in the Human Development Index. The World Bank also states that the Republic of Korea is a, quote, country with a highly developed business environment, unquote, as well as discussing its appeal to foreign investors due to its, quote, rapidly developing economy, unquote. These sort of rankings and statements prove the economy ideal for international market penetration, and somewhere Sun Life Financial could find great success. Finally, the strong connection that Canada and South Korea as countries share make it an excellent candidate for business relations. When further discussing Korea, politics often come to mind, given its proximity to North Korea, a country that can pose a serious threat to the rest of the world, as well as the recent corruption scandal. The current president, who serves as the head of state and government of the country, is Moon Jae-in, who has served since 2017 representing the Democratic United Party and the people of Korea. He was able to capitalize on the corruption allegations that had plagued the previous conservative government, involving Korean chaebols who run large industrial conglomerates such as Samsung and LG in the country. These chaebols, who are all family-run and control the majority of the Korean economy, exercised their influence over former President Park Geun-hye, who was sentenced to 24 years in prison for accepting bribes and corruption. As president, Moon Jae-in has vowed to not give in to these sort of actions, and is focused on other activities such as continuing to encourage positive foreign relations with countries such as Canada. Considering North Korea, Moon has called for a peaceful settlement as opposed to war, even meeting Kim Jong-un in North Korea in 2019 to discuss improving relations between the two countries and economic opportunities. This sort of political stability is an excellent indicator of continued steadiness in the economy, which allows Sun Life the opportunity to better understand the Korean market and be successful upon entry into said market. As of 2015, 15% of Koreans do not possess life insurance, while even more lack the financial services and asset management Sun Life Financial provides. With a total population of over 51 million people, this represents about 7.5 million people who represent potential future clients, demonstrating room for further insurance penetration. Another interesting stat to consider is the age of the population in South Korea. Currently, the country is one of the oldest populations in the world at 41.8 years of age. In addition to this, by 2040, an estimated 33% of the population will be over 65, a staggeringly high amount. This bodes well for Sun Life Financial, as an older population tends to mean more people buying life insurance, as it is something typically purchased later in life. Since the beginning of diplomatic relations, Canada and South Korea have enjoyed an extremely positive relationship. First truly being established in the Korean War, from 1950 to 1953, Canada and South Korea have become strong military and political allies. Participating with the United Nations, Canada sent over 26,000 troops to fight for the democratic South Korea, in which over 500 were killed in action. This marked the start of not only a military alliance between the two countries, but began to create something greater. Since then, South Korea has become an increasingly important economic and strategic partner, and shares with Canada its first and only free trade agreement with any country in the region. South Korea is also Canada's sixth largest trading partner, with two-way merchandise reaching an estimated value of $15.3 billion Canadian per year. In addition to a strong economic relationship, over 200,000 Canadians living in Canada self-identify as Korean, representing the strong person-to-person relationships the two countries have with each other. With both countries' commitment to maintaining a positive and symbiotic relationship, it seems extremely sensible that Sun Life, a major Canadian company that represents many of the ideals and values of Canadians, expands into a friendly, like-minded, proven business partner in South Korea. Currently, Canada and South Korea do not have any direct news or current events between the two nations, but they face a common threat that continues to dominate headlines worldwide: the coronavirus, which continues to spread to more and more countries every day, poses a threat to not only the citizens of both countries and what the World Health Organization has deemed as an, quote, international health emergency, but also the rest of the world. With 2 cases already confirmed in Canada and 11 in South Korea, the virus is just beginning to rear its ugly head, and showing that it will negatively affect both Canadians and South Koreans. The virus will also have a large impact on the timing of Sun Life's expansion to Korea. As seen so far in China, the coronavirus can have a hard-hitting, drastic effect on national economies, evidenced by the $60 billion it will cost China this quarter. As markets reopened, stock shares plummeted, as seen by the Hang Seng Index dropping 6% in just a few days of trading. While this sort of freefall is yet to be seen in either country, it will be important to monitor in the coming weeks. In a world where these two economies are so interconnected with China, and where continued spread of the virus could lead to similar downturns in both South Korean and Canadian economy, it is important that the expansion to Korea is not done until the situation has been stabilized and the markets return to a more stable and predictable level. When considering potential business operations in South Korea, it is also important that those at Sun Life Financial have a good understanding of Korean values and business etiquette in the country. Much like Canada, South Korea shares a culture that values respect, good manners, and polite and cordial behavior. Holding firm to Confucian traditions, Koreans put extra emphasis on respect for authority, education, and those who are older. Although not as practiced today, it still serves as a basis for most Korean business practices. South Koreans often establish, quote, hierarchical relationships based upon the age, position, status, and educational background of other people relative to themselves, unquote. Questions around these topics are often presented to foreigners, and although considered personal and unrelated in Canada, are needed to establish one's place in the hierarchical structure of the society in Korea. As pertaining to their respect and loyalty with those with whom they have a relationship with, mutual intermediaries are an excellent way of going about business, as it builds a sense of trust between two sides who may lack previous experience with one another. This will be a very important strategy for Sun Life Financial, as the company travels to Korea to establish a partnership with powerful business people that you have yet to make acquaintance with. When getting ready for a meeting, it is important that those representing Sun Life Financial are both polite and on time. Being late is considered rude, and being early can often disturb a jam-packed schedule. A bow is considered a proper and courteous way to start the meeting, as a sign of respect shared between both parties. As seen in the photo, even the president of South Korea bows to the crowd after addressing them at the Korea Summit. Upon the completion of the meeting, it is important that those representing Sun Life are prepared to go the extra mile, as more casual social events are often an excellent way to build stronger personal relationships. Now, I would like to detail the exact action plan I believe Sun Life Financial should take in order to expand operations into South Korea. Following a similar path that Sun Life Financial has taken with other countries in the region, I'm proposing that Sun Life Financial partake in a joint venture with Hanwha Life Insurance Company, based in the capital city of Seoul, and the second largest life insurance company in South Korea. I believe this to be an excellent target company for a multitude of reasons. Currently sitting behind Samsung Life as the top life insurance provider in South Korea, Hanwha Life most certainly has room for growth as a company. This is where Sun Life Financial will come in. Sharing a mutual goal, the pooling of their assets and resources would allow Sun Life Financial to reach a new market and expand operations while giving Hanwha Life Insurance the resources needed to begin controlling more of the market. Hanwha Life, with the measured assets amount of $78.5 billion USD in 2013 and subsidiaries in many other Asian countries such as Malaysia and China, also represents the approximate size of company that Sun Life has looked to partner with in the past. This is evidenced by their joint venture with the Aditya Birla Group, which is measured at $48.3 billion US in 2018 in India, and the CIMB Group partnership in Indonesia, valued at $125.1 billion US in 2014. With a sizable equity stake carved out, Sun Life Financial will then be able to look at expanding their share in the company or buying the company outright as they've done in Indonesia, which will allow the company flexibility and room for future growth. I also believe establishing business in Seoul, one of the largest business hubs in the continent, is a great strategic move. Not only will it grant the company exposure to a city of more than 10 million people, but it will also put Sun Life in the middle of one of the largest technology meccas in the world. Now, discussing the timing of this joint venture, as previously stated, I believe it imperative to wait until the coronavirus epidemic worldwide is fully under control. It is still unclear how it will affect economies geographically and strongly tied with China, such as South Korea, and so patience will be crucial. However, until then, I also think Sun Life should begin establishing a relationship with the company, as South Korean customs show just how important it is to create a personal connection in order to be successful in business. I would highly recommend that you, the CEO and board of directors, use any contacts you have in the country to begin the process of establishing said relationship. I believe this business plan has many clear and crucial strengths. First of all, not only does it capitalize on the momentum Sun Life Financial has created so far in Southeast Asia, but it does so in a way that in fact accelerates this momentum, expanding to a massive, untouched market. This strategy also is planned out to avoid potential negative variables, such as the coronavirus, minimizing external risks that the expansion could face. Finally, by joining by way of a joint venture, Sun Life Financial is establishing itself with an already well-known insurance company, minimizing any sort of risk of failure, and establishing a partnership with the world leader in the field. While some may argue that the joint venture may minimize potential growth, I would argue that it is in fact a well-proven sweet spot for Sun Life Financial. As seen in other countries already, the joint venture allows for a good entry point to a market, and if successful, can be altered to either give Sun Life Financial a larger portion of the company by buying shares, or by buying the company as a whole. By doing this, Sun Life is minimizing risk while still allowing for a huge reward. Others may also argue that South Korea is not the right country to expand to, for different reasons. I counter by reminding them of the economic growth the country has seen in the past few decades, and the strengthening middle class that provides a huge opportunity to gain potential clients. I would also remind them of the success Sun Life has had in Japan, a country with a similarly strong economy, and how there are active evidence on why South Korea will be a successful move. In terms of overall opportunity, I view this as a massive chance for Sun Life Financial to make billions of dollars. As discussed in the stats section, Sun Life Asia currently accounts for 17% of the underlying net income of the company. With profits already expected to double in the next 5 years, as you yourself, the CEO, stated, adding another successful joint venture to your portfolio could see this number rise to even greater heights. Also, because of Hanwha's extensive presence around Asia, participating in a joint venture with them could lead to further opportunity across the continent, increasing further potential for growth. I would also be remiss if I did not mention the clear differential advantage that you have established in South Korea through your sponsorship of the Toronto Raptors. As recent NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors have become famous across the globe. In a country in which basketball now ranks as one of the top 5 most popular sports amongst teens and adults, the positive exposure Sun Life received cannot be understated. Through your direct partnership with the Raptors, you'll be automatically chosen by many as their insurer of choice simply because of the brand visibility you've had so far. In addition to this, in a nation in which large chaebols, such as Samsung, have become increasingly disliked by the public, you just see political scandal involving the former president as an example, Sun Life and Hanwha Life have the opportunity to gain esteem on their closest competitors. A potential concern that Sun Life Financial will have when expanding to Korea is the oversaturation in the life insurance market, which has led to companies setting conservative growth goals. While this obviously poses a sizable concern, I believe that once again, with good timing, Sun Life could enter the market at a trough, incumbent in a time of growth. While the coronavirus poses not only a medical but also an economic concern, I also think that it will motivate the 15 to 20% of Koreans who do not currently possess life insurance, realizing just how quickly one's health can change for the worse, to purchase life insurance, undoubtedly leading to growth. Finally, some may worry that Samsung Life's presence as a leading life insurance company in the country may pose a threat to future expansion and profit. However, I strongly believe that with Hanwha's elite reputation in the country, Sun Life's massive pool of resources, and an increasing amount of the population looking to purchase insurance and needing asset management services, there will be ample opportunity for all of you. As I wrap up my presentation, I ask you, the CEO and Board of Directors, to seriously consider the business plan that I've outlined for you today. It represents a clear move that will make the company serious profit while minimizing potential for risk. Much like a Marc Goldthorp left-handed layup, it's a certain swish. Thank you for your time and have a lovely afternoon.